No statewide state. Joining us now is the writer, director, and producer of Fair Play, Jennifer Siebel Newsom. Jen, great to see you. Your films are so important. They raise such important issues that often politics finds it hard to deal with. And this is such a great example. I really, really appreciate it. You just saw DeRay Mckesson raised the money he was talking about from all those small donors on CrowdPack, on my platform. It was one of the great successes we've seen.
One of the campaigns that was created on our site, on CrowdPack, just recently, was a bunch of young people in Washington, D.C. raised nearly $50,000 to pay for a physical space that they are using to train resistance organizers who want to fight the Trump regime.
You can donate to Hillary Clinton for president, but you can put a condition on it. You can say she only gets the money if she makes Elizabeth Warren her vice president. Shutdowns do slow the spread. Look at the difference between the Bay Area, which had the nation's first stay-at-home orders. It is necessary to shut things down everywhere. That includes Utah, Wyoming, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, South Carolina, where there are no statewide stay-at-home orders. Tonight, I'm asking those governors to put in place a stay-at-home order.
Our guest is Steve Hilton, a self-described radical for democracy. What have you found to be receptiveness to your argument that you can represent the Republican agenda with the kind of philosophy you espouse?
Well, I'm not a Republican, and I don't see myself as particularly advancing any political organization.
While Steve Hilton promoted Jennifer Newsom's NGO, the Representation Project, on his Fox show, and the transitioning of your children, Chad Bianco spent his career arresting groomers. While Steve Hilton fundraised for Black Lives Matter bail money, Chad Bianco gave 33 years of public service locking criminals up. While Steve Hilton fundraised for Trump resistance groups, Chad Bianco was taking them off our streets and putting them behind bars. While Steve Hilton promoted COVID lockdowns on his Fox show, Chad Bianco was the first sheriff in California to refuse enforcement of lockdowns. While Steve Hilton fundraised for Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential run and refused to call himself a Republican, Chad Bianco remains the only candidate in this race with a lifelong track record of conservative leadership. On June 2nd, informed voters will have a choice between two candidates. Vote wisely.
The material effectively has certain reactions. I'll just tell you, you might have a hard time understanding it. Most of my original forensic software was stolen. I don't want to get into it. A lot of it was government related. A lot of my software, again, it was Air Force, federal government. You have to have an account with them. You have to be allowed to use it. Same thing with many of the other types of software. Pegasus, there's a whole line of a lot of Israelis, a whole lot of stuff. But bonta is the reaction point that's displayed in that. So when you're talking, the program on the algorithmics is to block out anyone that is trying to basically bring negative information regarding bonta. So it's going to end up re-encoding and putting a writer that's going to basically cause a form of blacklisting and limiting respective to your material concerning what you're dealing with. This is where you have myself being blacklisted and other candidates too. You also have a blacklisting occurring against the Chad Bianco campaign. There's a small percentage of limiting that's also affecting his campaign as well. That's the truth. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm running. I have articles violations on previous gubernatorial election. Gavin Newsom is disqualified. And that the law states that he's not only disqualified, but all of his hirees, his appointees, are disqualified. Everything that they've done is reviewable. And by the way, it also means his past material is reviewable. That means his entire previous administration is reviewable. This is a big deal because basically it dates back, and I have evidence that goes all the way back to Jerry Brown. So this goes way, way, way back with the state of California operating centers, and this involves basically election rigging.